Happiness resides not in possessions, and not in gold, happiness dwells in the soul. Everything existing in the universe is the fruit of chance and necessity. The universe is a communion of all existing things. The wise find pleasure in water, the virtuous find pleasure in hills. The wise are active, the virtuous are tranquil. The wise are joyful, the virtuous are long-lived. Time is a created thing. To say, "I don't have time," is like saying, "I don't want to." Boldness is the beginning of action, but fortune controls the outcome. Man is a universe in himself. Education is an ornament in prosperity and a refuge in adversity. A wise man listens to advice. Slander cannot destroy an honest man. When the flood recedes, the rock is there. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Small opportunities are often the beginning of great enterprises. Good means not merely not to do wrong, but rather not to desire to do wrong. Rivers, ponds, lakes and streams, they all have different names, but they all contain water. Just as religions do, they all contain truths. Nothing exists except atoms and empty space, everything else is opinion. It is better to destroy one's own errors than those of others. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. The eyes are more exact witnesses than the ears. Moderation in all things. The goal of knowledge is truth. The highest virtue is wisdom. By desiring little, a poor man makes himself rich. A life without festivity is a long road without an inn. One must choose in all things a middle course. He who cannot forgive breaks the bridge over which he himself must pass. A true friend is one soul in two bodies. A man's character is his fate. To be free from anger, and from resentment, and from envy, is to be free from the fear of death. It is better to be envied than pitied. It is not possible to step twice into the same river. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. To love truth for truth's sake is the principal part of human perfection in this world, and the seed plot of all other virtues. The greatest happiness of the greatest number is the foundation of morals and legislation. A good disposition is a virtue in itself. Nature has given us 2 ears, 2 eyes, and but 1 tongue, to the end that we should hear and see more than we speak. The foundation of every state is the education of its youth. I would rather discover one scientific fact than become king of Persia. The way up and the way down are one and the same. Nature does nothing in vain. The only constant in life is change. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. He who is brave is free. Habit is the second nature. Not to know what happened before we were born is to remain forever a child. I searched for myself and found only God. I searched for God and found only myself. I would rather be a beggar and single than a queen and married. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. The beginning of wisdom is to call things by their right names. There is hope even when your brain tells you there isn't. Fortune favors the bold. It is better to fall among crows than flatterers, for those devour only the dead, these the living. Silence is better than unmeaning words. We should not only use the brains we have, but all that we can borrow. I am thankful for a lawn that needs mowing, windows that need cleaning and gutters that need fixing because it means I have a home. I am thankful for the piles of laundry and ironing because it means my loved ones are nearby. The people's good is the highest law. In a world where everyone is overexposed, the coolest thing you can do is maintain your mystery.